Yes, y'all. You know what it is. It's them kids and wives and 925, but we are still married to the games, episode 183. And it's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. And I'm feeling good. It's your boy Gabe Patillo with Tim Router, Chris McCracken, and Ed Placencia.
The gang is all here.
Exactly right. As always, we are talking games and life and games. Thank you guys so much for being here. Man, it's all four of us. And this is incredible. Crazy.
Yeah.
This is the day I've been waiting for. I've been like, ever since Hall told us he was leaving, and then me and Router talked about who possibly could replace Hall. And then we came up, obviously, with Chris and Ed because they made the most sense. They're amazing guys. They play video games. They're husbands. And they were available.
Yes. the most key factor right there.
And they showed up.
Yeah, exactly. So we're here doing this thing, and I've been traveling around, and I've been able to talk to so much of our community, and I've been asking them all, like, okay, so what'd you think about Ed? Okay, what'd you think about Chris? And everybody's been like, love them. 4 is going to be interesting. So
That's
here we are.
Awesome. Well, and think about it, man. We've never done actually 4 people on a podcast before.
We haven't done a full podcast. We did Chris Dumoulin.
That's right.
For
we did
part of
Chris.
a podcast once. I don't remember if he stayed on the whole show or not, but I know he was there. And so just to paint the picture a little bit, I'm going to kick off just because this is so weird.
Yeah, well, you need to because, man, all I've been seeing is tweets of you hanging out with our community, and I'm super jealous.
Well,
What's up with that, man?
I'm all over
with
the place,
street
Doc.
team and everything.
Seriously, you got the street team?
What do y'all know about that?
Yeah,
with the street team. So I'm going to break it down, and I'm probably going to forget somebody because I'm terrible. So when we went back out on the road, we flew to Seattle, and like I told you guys, Stancil came and picked me up at the airport. If you missed it, freaking Stancil picked me up using Periscope because he was like, "I'm gonna scare Gabe like I did to him last time."
Yes.
He got me a little bit, but it wasn't nearly as good as when I got him, and he almost dropped his phone and shattered it all on the ground. So flew out to Seattle, went to lunch with him and a guy named Gil. Gil listens to the show. Shout out to Gil.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Gil. We play Rocket League together.
Yeah, Rocket League. Me and Gil play H1Z1 with Stancil and some other people. So flew into Seattle. That was a good day. Next day was Portland. Got to hang out with Zach and Forrest.
Nice.
The _Dark Legend and I think Go Wags Cougs or something like that.
Nice.
Forrest. And that was cool. We went and ate and then went over to Ground Control in downtown Portland and played some video games. I had to Periscope a little bit. I got on that Dance Dance Revolution, which is really one of the bridges and the glue that holds me and Ed's relationship together. We used to Dance Revolution like 2 grown men should have never done ever.
I know. You can't post a video of you doing that without me there.
I know. It was I definitely felt like I was cheating on you. It's like when I'm in Target without my wife. I'm like, I shouldn't be here. This is weird.
I don't belong here.
It's like, sorry, Ed, I can't go to prom with you. And then I see your pictures on Instagram.
Like, what is he doing at prom? And who is that guy?
That's right.
And so, and then we, let's see, what do we do after that? And then I went to Boise, Idaho, and hung out with Kyle Hall at Marvel Zombie 616.
Very nice.
Come on.
Good time. It sucked that day. I only had time to like eat and get back to the spot because we had a meeting that we had to have and everything about a tour later this year. And I felt bad because I didn't get to hang out like I did in Portland. Like me and Zach got to kick it for like a couple hours after Ground Control.
Oh, cool.
We went to a place called Next Adventure and tried one of those one wheels that I've been wanting to ride really bad.
How'd that
go? Shaky. It went shaky and old.
Nice.
I was like, I don't bounce anymore, so I'd really love to not fall off this thing.
I think you thud now. There's no bouncing, just thud.
Exactly. And then after Boise, we went to Eugene. Didn't see anybody in Eugene. Then we had a day off. Then we were in Kennewick, Washington yesterday, where I met the Lighties for the first time. They don't live there, but it's where I met them for the first time. And then today was really cool in Salt Lake City, Utah. And I got to meet up with the street team, Josh and Spencer Stapleton, and got to hang out with Brett T. Bowden, who we called Brett T. Bowden for forever.
Nice. Brett, awesome, man.
That's great. Man. So
I'm so jealous.
You should be so jealous.
Oh, no, I am really jealous. Like I'm really jealous. It sucks.
And so all four of us hung out today. It was really cool. Went and got something to eat. And then I was like, man, do you guys have any locally owned places around here? And so we Googled one, went to a place called Game Changers. It's only like 5 miles away from where we ate. And walked in there, was walking around, cool little spot, had some new stuff. You know, a lot of these locally owned places, some of them will just have old stuff. They won't have a lot of the new stuff because when you don't buy it in huge bulk like Best Buy and those guys, you don't get as much a discount. You know what I mean? So some of them like
expensive.
My buddy's sister owned a video game store, and I was like, why don't you hook me up with some games? And she was like, well, I'd love to, but to get the new stuff that I sell for $60, I have to buy it for $55.
Oh, ow.
And I was like, $5? So that's why they gouge you on the used games, because that's where they make most of their money. Anyway, so we're in there, we're perusing. We look over and see The Division. You know, it's $60. I'm like, there's The Division. I was like, I really want to play it, but I don't know. I just haven't heard enough. And so I looked at one of the guys. I was like, do you guys have a Best Buy close? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, maybe I'll go to Best Buy. I got a gift card. I get 20% off. I think it was the owner. I don't know if he was the owner or not. The guy behind the counter goes, why you need to go to Best Buy?
No, man, that's like sacrilege to him, dude.
Yeah. And I was like,
you did the cardinal sin.
I know. I was like, you know, I get 20% off there. And he goes, I'll take $12 off. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah. And I don't remember who said it next. I think it was Brett or, was it Brett or Spencer? I think it was Brett said, hey, if you buy it, I'll get it. And I was like, oh, all right. And then I looked back at Spencer and I was like, you too? He was like, if y'all two get it, I'll get it. I said 20% off for I said 20% off for everybody. He was like, yeah, why not? 20% off for everybody. And
awesome, man.
I looked back at Josh and I was like, you too? He was like, we just got back from Disney. I can't buy anything right now. Yeah, I was like, well, I get that. And so we bought all 3 copies that he had. And so now I'm the proud owner of The Division. So I'm excited to.
Good for you, man.
Try it out.
That's the way that it should be. When you're buying in bulk, you should get a discount.
Exactly. And so it was just cool that he matched the 20% that we would get at Best Buy. And so then came back to the show, did the meet and greet and everything that we needed to do. And then Josh, Spencer, and Brett showed up, and I was like, tour the bus. And so showed them the bus and how we live and how I game. And they were like, cool. And then they were like, well, where are you doing the podcast tonight? I was like, well, that's where it gets interesting. So try to picture this. We're in where the Utah Jazz play, right?
Nice.
Where they play basketball. Just got finished with the show. And I mean, just got finished. That's why my voice sounds so tired. You go backstage, walk around. There's this huge room, open room with just carpet and some TVs on the wall. And I'm over in the corner by the Coca-Cola machine that, like, you know, where you put the cups under, it comes out. So I'm sitting by the ice and Coca-Cola machine. And so I brought them around the corner and they were like, no way. Can we take pictures? I was like, sure. So it's the most ghetto setup in the corner of a room.
You're like Harry Potter in the cupboard underneath the steps, man. I love it.
That's exactly. I'm the Indian in the cupboard.
That's right.
And so, I told him, I was like, hey man, love of the podcast. And so I was telling the guys, I was like, all right, I got to go do a podcast. And they were like, you going to do the podcast right now? And I was like, yeah, man. I was like 182 weeks in a row. We ain't going to jack it up just because we in Utah. So here I am and here we are and we got it going. And my last week's been fine. And I've been talking too long. Gotten to see all these people has been awesome. Our community is incredible. When Kyle Hall picked me up, he goes, man, I'm hope I'm not the guy that jacks it up. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, last week you said when you meet people, everybody's been awesome. He's like, I don't want to be the one not awesome guy.
Nice.
I was like, dude, don't worry about that.
He comes in with like a whole like car full of cats, and he's like, "Hi, man, how you doing?"
Yeah, I'm like, do you really have cats in a straitjacket in the back? I'm like, why you have a straitjacket for?
What size are you?
I want to see
creepy.
my padded room.
Yeah.
That's right. That got creepy real
Exactly.
fast. All right, sorry. Keep going.
All right, Chris McCracken, what's been going on with you, Doc?
And,
you thought
psych.
it happened again, sucker.
I knew it didn't happen again.
So last week was the lovely Mrs. Breadfan's birthday.
Oh,
Hey-o.
sweet.
And so we took a couple of days off of work and we traveled up to Oklahoma to spend time with family. And we actually, there was an ulterior motive of why we went up there, and I'll get to that in a second. But we hung out with a bunch of family, aunts, uncles, parents. It was really a great time. And got to play some Battlefield with the nephew because they got a PS4 around Christmas time. So I got to play a little bit of Battlefield, split screen. It was really awesome because I don't get to play that here at the house. So
Exactly.
well, except for that one time with Gabe and one time with the wife.
Right.
How quickly you forget.
Yeah, I know.
Never forget the chubby ninja.
Yeah, but my nephew Carter, so is who I was playing with. He's really really good at the game. I mean, I was able to kind of hold my own, but the guy was taking me a task. And I was like, oh, I can't see. I need to get closer. I'm an old man. I'm making all these excuses.
Yeah, right.
But he schooled me a few good times, and I had to give him props for that.
That's awesome.
And then on Saturday, my mother-in-law and Stacy's aunt, so my aunt-in-law, I don't know what phrase you call that, but they had a garage sale, which is part of the reason, besides my wife's birthday, that we went up there to help them put all the stuff out. And these ladies, their garage sale, like people, like they get out there and they're talking to the people and they're getting these wheeling and dealing and they're selling all kinds of stuff. And we had taken some stuff up there for them to sell because we're not good at that kinds of stuff. And we walked out of there when we decided to come home. Finally, we had $250 from just getting them stuff for them to sell.
Well done.
Wait, did you take stuff up there for them to sell?
Yeah, well, we took some stuff this time, and then they came down and visited a couple weeks ago, and they took stuff up there for us. So we
Y'all
just
popped the trunk like, oh, we brought this stuff. Why don't you sell this stuff that was in our truck randomly?
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm telling you, if she didn't work for the school up there in Oklahoma, she would be a full-time garage sale person. She's
That's
awesome
amazing.
at it. They're amazing.
that.
I mean, they got the signs pre-made, they got the flags, they got the fanny pack and the little everything, the calculator. They got it. They are rocking it. They know what they're doing. So
Do they have
you
a
don't mess
change
with the
thing? Do they
professional.
have a change thing on their waist where they just count out change like
Yeah,
people at
they do.
Sonic?
Okay, here's your 75 cents.
I want one of those things. Did they have one for real?
I'm pretty sure that her aunt does have one. I don't know. It sits on her waist, but I think she has one.
Oh,
That's
is
awesome.
incredible.
I could be wrong. Sorry if I'm wrong, Stacey.
I love it.
I'm almost certain I saw one. But yeah, those ladies know what they're doing. So that was a lot of fun. Gaming wise, that's pretty much all that I did was get to play Battlefront, with my nephew. I did play a little bit on the Vita because I always take my backpack with me, and it's always in my backpack. I played a little bit of Volume and a little bit of Runner 2. But not very much. So that was pretty much all the gaming I got in since last time.
There you go.
Nice, man.
That's
Yeah.
all right.
A lot of fun.
Router.
Yeah, buddy. Happy St. Patty's Day, everybody.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear the
Yo.
accents. Let's hear the
You forgot-
accents.
Oh, no. That's okay.
No, come on. I want to hear one accent.
It'll be great, lad. Let's go
That's
have
what
a
you got to
pint.
do. You got to tell them. Have a great St. Patty's Day.
There you go. There you go.
Everybody's
it.
Irish on St. Patty's Day.
Have a Guinness essay. Wait, what?
The Mexican chimes in. Awesome. So anyway, yes, had a good week. It's going to be pretty crazy in the next couple of days. So spring break is next week, and in typical fashion, the Router clan is heading down to Disney World again.
Yeah.
It's a 4-day extravaganza.
Oh my gosh.
And it's going to be absolutely crazy. I have so much
It's the
stuff to
first
do.
of 17 trips this year.
Right, exactly. Yeah, this is 2016 starting strong. So
That's
Hey,
awesome.
Robert, how big is the jet you're going to be taking down there?
yeah,
Private
it's
jet.
normal this time.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's normal,
Cool.
which I'm not happy about it. I'm going to be honest, but whatever. Whatever.
Oh,
I
my
can't do anything about it right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So I've got just a ton of work to do and all this stuff to do by Sunday, including trying to get all my taxes finished up, because when I come back, I have my meeting with my accountant, and it's getting close to April 15th.
Yeah.
So it's just there's going to be a lot of late nights. However, I'm still trying to get some gaming in. So I'm still playing Far Cry Primal and freaking loving it. I'm just taking my sweet time.
Nice.
And just having so much fun with it. And getting some Rocket League in. And playing a little Broforce, man. That game is
Dude,
awesome.
that's pretty fun.
It is fun.
I love that game.
I just started it, but it's like, I don't really know what to think about it because I've only played it by myself. But like, even playing by yourself is pretty fun. But I can't imagine co-op's got to be so much fun.
Couch co-op, man. Couch co-op is so much fun. I was playing it with the guys over at Ribbo, and we were just laughing. It was so funny. It's I love those games that just don't take themselves seriously.
Too serious,
and it's just so much fun.
So is it only couch co-op? Does it have online co-op?
No, they have like a multiplayer,
they got online co-op, yeah.
But I don't think you could do co-op with it though, can you?
I think so. I think you're saying you just fight each other?
No, I didn't try it, but my friend told me that you can't like couch co-op like multiplayer, but you can go like versus one another.
Oh, so, that's no good.
Yeah, so that's not as fun. Like you want to team up and do the whole levels together.
Yeah.
But it's hilarious. So that game is fun. So if you want a good laugh and you can just like doink around with it, go for it. It's a fun game. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, next week I will probably be doing an episode from somewhere in Disney World. Actually, we're not staying at the resort. We're staying at the hotel near downtown Disney. But
nice.
It's going to be a whirlwind. It's going to be crazy. But I'm excited for Piper. She's all excited. So that's all that matters. Even if I don't ride a single ride, as long as she's running around with her cousins having fun, that's all that matters to me.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
So that's pretty much it for me.
Nice. Mr. Placencia.
Yeah, had a good week. Played a little bit of they had some big games coming out. Hitman, The Division, and so I did what any guy in his right mind would do, and I finished Agatha Christie's The ABC Murders.
There you go.
Nice.
That old Jim.
That's perfect.
So I'm a trendsetter.
I think that's half an A.
Yeah,
I could just hear like the movie trailer guy, The Division,
Exactly.
Hitman, Agatha Christie.
So
that'd be awesome.
I know how to get 2 views on YouTube real fast.
Yeah, buddy.
That is so funny.
But then on Friday night, I sat down with, and I also thought, well, I'd considered The Division for a while, and I read about all the server issues they were having, and I thought, well, I'll play Hitman. And that was a horrible decision on my part.
Why?
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh.
And it was
Why?
funny because I was playing, and I thought, I'm not playing it for the YouTube channel. I'm just going to take my time and just really be sneaky. And I spent probably 2.5 hours on a level, just sneaking
On
around.
one level?
On one level, just
Wow.
sneaking. It's a huge map. And I was a little concerned when I first started because it said you can't go online. And I was like, well, that's fine. I just want to play one player.
Yeah.
And it kept saying
play
you can't go
offline.
online. And it said, well, if you're not going to play online, you don't get this gun and you don't get this and you don't get this and you don't get this when you play. And I was like, well, that's weird, but all right. And played. And
If you know
had
not to give it
pause.
to me offline, go ahead and give it to me.
Yeah, exactly. It was really weird. And so I played for, like I said, about 2.5 hours, stopped, saved the game, came back, turned the game back on. Apparently, if you're not online, you can't save your game.
Oh,
Wait.
no.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No, that can't be right.
Well, it was not there when I began again. So
Ugh.
it was just, I was pretty frustrated. And I was able
They
to
pulled the XCOM on you?
yeah, exactly.
The total XCOM moment, definitely.
So to be honest, it kind of ruined the game for me because I was able to, because I was familiar with the map, kind of went through again and in a half hour beat it. But then it was like, I don't even want to play this anymore. I don't want to try again and try alternate whatevers because I don't know what's going to happen between their servers and our Comcast connection. I didn't want to risk, losing something else. And so I was pretty frustrated.
Ugh.
Dang it.
I
I'm
meant to
so
ask
sorry.
you, like in Far Cry Primal, did you do a lot of stealth when you went to like all the outposts and that kind of stuff? Because
I did a lot of stealth.
Yeah, I tried to like in some of them, there's like caves. Like it was hard because they're all bunched up together. So if you try and stealth kill one, they see you.
Yeah.
So I'm like, the stealth.
Yeah, it's tough to do stealth, but I like
when
to
you
try.
don't have a sniper.
Yeah, exactly. You have an owl.
Yeah, you have an owl, so that's good. But yeah, that's interesting because I didn't know how if you were very if you like stealth games though, don't you?
I love stealth games. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
So that was nice. And then it was pretty cool. A couple of days ago, Sarah and I were driving home from the studio, and she said, "You know what? I think this weekend I should go to Rue, her favorite store, and the Nike outlet, and spend a lot of money. And you should go get a PS4."
There it is. There it is.
Yes,
You're kidding.
That's a good woman,
And
right there.
I almost pulled a Gabe and said, "You pull this car over right now."
Wow,
That's awesome. I can't wait from 9 months from now to meet little Ed.
I know. I was just about to say, you mean you turned to her and said, "Are you trying to get pregnant?"
That's right. Oh my Lanta, that is amazing.
Yes.
So yeah, so we'll see what happens.
God, hang on to that
Oh
woman.
my gosh.
That's so
okay,
great,
so
man.
since that happened, everybody say Router and then McCracken say one thing he needs to run out and get.
Metal Gear Solid
Router.
5.
Shadow of Mordor.
Oh.
Last of Us. All right. Sweet.
All right,
See,
done.
I had The Last of Us was at the top of my list, and then
Well, it
Second
should be.
Son.
Oh, that's a good one too.
And then I kind of wanted to start in on the Uncharted series.
Yeah, which, by the way, that's on sale right now, so that's actually probably should have been my answer.
Shadow of Mordor 2 is just
Dude,
ridiculously good.
I am sticking with mine. Shadow of Mordor was the bomb. You will have so much fun because it's kind of, I don't want to compare it to Far Cry, but it's got that open world vibe. Oh, dude, you'll love it. I'm telling you.
It's very Assassin's Creedy, too.
A little bit, yeah.
I played it on the Xbox.
You did?
It's not finished.
All
You
right,
played what on the
forget it.
Xbox?
Never mind.
It was a little too close to Fallout for me, where I was just kind of like, it's way too big.
When were you going to break the news to me? I've been going on and on about this game, and now you tell me that you're already playing it and you didn't even finish it? Forget it. You know what? Witcher 3. There you go. I now curse you to the Witcher 3. Enjoy. 2 months of your life gone.
Go chase after Yennefer.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. And then never find her because you don't finish that game either.
Yeah, Gabe.
Sorry.
I'm
Just too
talking to
long.
you.
Too much. All right, sweet.
Anywho, there it is.
Router, you got it?
Oh, of course
Wait,
I got it, man.
Did we
What-
just
what?
do 4 people in less time than we usually do? 3 people?
I just looked at the clock. I'm like, oh, wow.
This is going to be
impressive.
perfect. This is going to be so perfect.
Oh, man. We are all in sync. I love this. This is incredible.
I love it. Well, let's do it.
All right.
Oh, that hurts so bad.
Oh.
Poor guy.
I
I
bet that
can't
did,
even
man.
imagine.
Yeah,
I cracked
bet
like
that did.
5 times on stage tonight.
Did you really?
Oh, yeah. Thank God I'm a background singer. I was like, tonight's the night.
Please tell me you looked at Toby like, what are you doing?
I was
That's
like, what was
amazing.
that? Was that you or was that me?
It was
my
the trumpet.
gosh.
It was the trumpet.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
the
It's when you like when you smell a fart out of no place, you look over like,
trumpet. Yeah, you're like, what was that? Did
Where'd
I
that
just
come from?
that's you or me, because I know the truth.
All right, boys, get your boxing gloves on. Get in the octagon. EA Sports UFC 2 is out for the PS4, Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
I've never
Also-
played those games. I really
Neither
want them
have
to come
I.
out with another fight night, though. Gosh.
Yeah, that's your jam. Just Cause 3 Sky Fortress. I believe that's some DLC for some Just Cause people out there. I everybody's telling me to play that game too. Anybody else? Just Cause 3.
I've never played a Just Cause.
I watched Toby's son play it, and it looked fun, but he wasn't doing anything but blowing stuff up.
Okay, good. Great. Moving on, we got Sheltered for the Xbox One and PS4. It's a strategy game. Samurai Warriors 4 Empires for the PS3, Vita, and PS4. Terraria comes out for the 3DS. Shadow Complex Remastered for the Xbox One. And Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games for the 3DS.
So much fun.
They just keep doing those Olympic Games, don't they?
Those games are fun.
I believe it. Moving on to... It was very convincing, wasn't
It
it?
sounded like you believed it at all.
I'm telling you guys, those games are fun.
You. Okay, so be it. Here we go. Charts. U.S. brick and mortar, week of March 5th. Number 10, Fallout 4 for the Xbox One. Side note, Fallout 4 for the PS4 was number 24. So somehow the Xbox One, they must have had a sale or something. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Number 9, GTA 5 for the PS4. Number 8, Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 for the PS4.
Yeah, hanging in there.
Yeah, 4 weeks in a row in the top 10. Number 7, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 for the Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
Number 6, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for the Xbox One. Number 5, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for the PS4. And I will be saying that title probably until the next Call of Duty comes out.
Mm-hmm.
It's typically how that happens. That thing is just a beast. 18 weeks out, 4.1 million units sold for the PS4.
Wow.
That's insane. That's a lot of money right there.
Louise. Yeah, it is.
A lot.
That's a lot. Number 4, Fire Emblem Fates for the 3DS. That's 3 weeks on the charts. Number 3, Far Cry Primal for the Xbox One. Number 2, Far Cry Primal for the PS4. Check it out. Number 1,
Minecraft.
Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD for the Wii U.
Good for them.
Listen to this.
That makes sense.
424,000 units sold in the first week.
Wow.
Well, yeah, also
awesome.
because that didn't it come with an amiibo? I don't know if that was a special edition or all of them came that way.
I think it did come with an amiibo because I remember saying that in the new releases. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So
That's
and these
awesome.
charts are usually 2 weeks back, but that's pretty incredible. Wii U crushing it just like that.
Mm-hmm. That's
Swan
great.
song year.
That's right. We did have an NTTG oops. At I am Droot, Overwatch is not a PS4 exclusive. It's on PC and Xbox One as well.
Yeah.
And then at Fuzzhead23, you guys got it all wrong. The right answer for the best 80s action hero is Chuck Norris.
Oh,
He said
That is a good one.
That's a good one. He said hashtag best 80s action hero, hashtag best podcast ever. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
My man. Thank
I
you.
love it.
I've just got to say, last week, because I was Ed's introduction show, I was so jealous. Like, man, these questions are awesome. I wish I could answer them. So I was just writing notes to myself. This is how I'd answer that.
You were going and telling Stacy. You're like, Stacy, can I tell you what I think about something?
She's like, I don't care.
She's like, yeah, I don't care. It's my birthday. Leave me alone.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Back to you guys.
Nice. McCracken, kick us off, brother.
All right. Well,
Kick us off with the main thing.
I don't know. There's just this thing. So there's really two big pieces of news that happened this week. But the first one that I'm going to talk about because I'm the most excited about it is PlayStation VR has an official launch window of October of 2016. And it's going to be $399. And hang on real quick. Let me just check my Amazon tab here. Is it pre-orderable yet? Nope, not yet. But I'm going to be jumping right on that bad boy the minute it becomes available.
That is a fantastic price point. I think they hit this out of the park because with all the other VRs out there, this is going to be the one that I think people are going to be like, oh, it's Sony, it's PlayStation. It's something they're familiar with, and
it'll work out of the box. Like you don't have to worry about it.
You already have the console, so this is
kind of it'll work out of the box.
But you know what I'm saying? Like they'll be able to update it and stuff like that. Like it's not like I feel so bad for some of these kids that are going to run out and get a Vive and their computer's not going to be strong enough to run it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You really need like if you build it yourself, a $700 to $1,300 computer to have it run really well. Yep. Where with this, if you have the PlayStation, and what do you need, the eye as well?
Yeah, you have to have the camera, and
which
the
you can
move
find for
controllers
cheap.
are optional. You don't have to have those. It'll work with just the DualShock 4, but you do have to have the camera.
And I think for people, not everybody watches the news, and so for people that are thinking about getting this, run out and get you a PlayStation camera before it gets expensive. You know what I'm saying? When this when this hits real mainstream and these are out, then the cameras will probably bump up a little bit in price. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you can still find cameras for $35, $45 depending on where you go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I looked at Best Buy. They were selling them for $50, but yeah, I'm sure Amazon or eBay probably has them as
which
well.
even $50 is cheaper than the original MSRP, which was $60. So
Right.
Can I ask a ridiculous question?
Sure.
There's no ridiculous questions, just ridiculous people. Go ahead.
Why do you need the camera? Isn't it depending on how the VR moves
To see the controllers, in your hands. So the light that's coming from the controllers or the move controllers or the DualShock, it needs to see that.
It's not.
See,
it's
I thought the
also
move
seeing
controllers
the
were
headset.
I thought they were like a Wii remote where it senses how you're moving as well.
No, it sees the light from the controllers. Yeah, like Gabe was saying.
Okay.
Also, the headset's got 9 LEDs on it, and it sees that as well to see where your person is. So that if you're turning your head or you're turning all the way around, it knows you're doing that because it's seeing those LEDs. It's using those for tracking.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
it's
I
gonna
mean,
be interesting. Doc.
I think it's pretty cool, man. It's a good price point.
Great price point. I mean, and then when it comes down, I mean, because it's gonna come down, it'll be ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So they might they'll bundle this with the PlayStation come Christmas time.
Oh my
and it's
gosh,
gonna be incredible. Yeah, I mean, it's probably gonna be $500 to get like both things, bundled together at $550 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
and
we're
it went onto Amazon UK. It was pre-orderable today or last night, however that works out because they're overseas. But it was up for pre-order on Amazon UK, and it sold out. Now I don't know how many units they had to sell, but it sold out in minutes. Like they're not allowed.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have any more to sell.
Well, I guess we're going to be talking about VR a heck of a lot more now.
Here's the thing. I don't know how big, and still, I obviously poo-poo. I'm so glad that McCracken is excited about this.
Yeah,
because I'm not excited
too.
at all. But I've tried it. But I've tried it with the demo stuff too. So I always have to give that caveat. Like I have tried Morpheus, or what was called Morpheus at the time, and it was just like so with the move controllers and everything. Like I think it will get better. I just don't see it ever being incredible. And here's why. I think I could be wrong. I don't know if you'll ever be able to turn a full circle. And so that takes out the immersion for me if you can't turn all the way around without getting cords wrapped around your body. You know what I mean?
It's not wireless then?
None of the VR headsets are wireless.
Yeah,
except
none of
for
them
like
are.
the one where the phones connect into them. Those are wireless.
The gears are wireless.
And that seems like a heck of a lot of data to try and stream across via Bluetooth
Wireless.
or anything like that.
Right,
So I guess you have to plug in for that. I'm with you, Gabe. Like I'm not hugely excited about it. I kind of feel bad for Oculus too, because I feel like they really a lot of people were talking them initially, and then now this kind of happens. But I mean, it's all going to come, like competition is healthy. It helps bring consumers out, and everybody has their favorites. I don't think there's going to be a VR wars about this. I mean, there could be initially, but it's probably going to even out. But we have to see if this works first. We have to see if it's all that it's cracked up to be.
Well,
I'm just not buying it.
And well, they're saying too, and this is impressive. They said on the blog that they expect to launch with more than 50 games available for it. They said there's 230 developers building content for the PlayStation VR. That's hugely impressive, and that shows that they're like doing a big push. I mean, Kinect didn't have but like 3 games, I feel like, when the Xbox came out. And so to have 50 games, and I know that's not going to be the actual number. It'll probably dwindle down to something like 17. But like to be promising or saying that they expect to have 50 games at launch is cray-cray.
Yeah, and it's kind of the same thing with the Oculus and the Vive. They both have, I think one of them, I don't remember which one off the top of my head, and I don't have that story in front of me, but one of them's also going to have 50 games at launch, and the other one's supposed to have like 80 or something. So VR is going to be supported wherever you're playing it for a while. And I don't think that PlayStation is in such a good position because they don't really have competition, because Microsoft's not doing it. They're going to eventually drop their HoloLens, which is just kind of, devs are only just now starting to get their hands on those, which I think is going to be kind of a cool thing as well. But
augmented reality. I like that idea for some reason better than virtual reality. I don't know why.
But the Oculus Rift and the Vive are really the two that are kind of competing. I mean, PlayStation is more like a doorway to get people in, and then if people really like it, they may want to upgrade later on to the Vive or the Oculus Rift, because those are the premium experiences. And PlayStation has made no bones about that. Sony even came out and said, look, Oculus, the hardware they're using and everything is a more premium device than PSVR, but that's not what we're going for. We want it to be affordable. We want it to be to work really, really well. We want it to be a solid experience. And I think they're making a good decision here. Now, and I want to be really clear. I've never tried VR in my life, other than, like Virtual Boy way back in the day, and weird things in arcades. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And so
Virtual
I have
was awful.
no idea. I may absolutely hate this. Yeah. But there are certain things in the world that I get really excited about, and I'm willing to be an early adopter and deal with the headaches that early adopters get, because that's what you're signing up for. I am so excited to give it a shot, because it's finally something that is changing your experience in gaming.
Yeah, it's true. It's a really
we haven't
good point,
had that in a really long time. I mean, when you went from, little Pong to like Mario, and then when you went from 2D side scroll to 3D, and then I guess you could say like when the Wii came around with the Move controls. I mean, there's these times when something big shift happens, and I think this is going to be the next big shift. So we'll see.
Yeah. I like it.
Someone hasn't played Agatha Christie, the ABC Murders.
I know. I'm not going to pre-order anything. I'm just buying everything in that catalog. All the Agatha Christies. Give me all the Agathas.
No, don't. Really, don't do that.
No, don't do that.
So this was exciting. Xbox is opening up cross-network play for the first time.
Yeah.
And Rocket League seems to be leading the way with a lot of this stuff. So now you're going to be able to play Rocket League on Xbox One versus PC people, right?
Yeah.
And you can already play PlayStation versus PC people. And it looks like they're taking steps. I don't know if Xbox to PlayStation will ever happen, but it's a step closer, and I'm super down for that.
Yeah, totally down for that too.
Yeah, I read an interesting article about that, just kind of asking what's in it for Sony, because like Chris mentioned, they are clobbering Xbox in sales. They don't really need that, and so I thought that was a good point as far as how would that benefit the PlayStation?
You know how it benefits? It benefits because the guy that wants to get a PlayStation but his buddies have an Xbox.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so that guy goes, oh, well, if I could play with my Xbox friends, I'll still just buy the PlayStation.
But see, here's the thing. So let me come out front and say this. I am pro this move. I totally would love the idea of cross-pollination as far as multiplayer goes.
I agree.
Right.
But Microsoft just, all they did was kind of like throw the comment out there like, yeah, and we'd be open to, connecting to other consoles if developers do it. We're cool with that. And Sony's not really said much about it yet. They've kind of been nobody's really giving any details. But here's the thing. I think, and this could just be me, but I feel like a bunch of people are thinking this is going to be this really great thing, when in reality, it's probably just going to end up being that we have a larger pool of people to play with, which is good. Yep. But I think people are getting the wrong impression, because you're not going to be able to boot up your PlayStation, log into Call of Duty, and send a friend request to somebody, or a party invite to somebody over on Xbox and party up with them.
Of course.
All it's going to be is a pool of people that you play against. You're not going to party up with Xbox and they're going to party up with you. It's not going to happen that way.
No, they're totally different operating systems. So
you don't think that they'll be able to do like some private servers and stuff like that?
I think that they can. I don't think that's what they're talking about, though.
Well, I think that they're still in the infancy of these talks. You know what I'm saying? And they're talking about too. It would be up to the developers who would, like, if they open this up, it'd be up to the developers who wanted to do this kind of thing. And so obviously we're gonna still have our exclusives and stuff like that. But I think that if it comes to a point where like PlayStation, Xbox, even if it's a couple games can play together, I think that's a huge win for the gamers.
But Rocket League is a good game to start off with, because exactly what you said, Chris, it's one of those things where you don't know if this person's on an Xbox or a PS4, and it doesn't matter, because you're just in a pool, you're connected on a server, you're playing either like standard duel or solo duel, whatever, and that's a good game to kind of intro everything into, because it's ambiguous. Now, when you get to, join a party, like, will you be able to use your ID on both? I don't know. But as far as the actual online playing of it, it makes sense and it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, it's absolutely good to have a larger pool, because you think about all these games are out there, all these different multiplayer games, And eventually, you know, the pool of how many people are playing that game shrinks. So having access to more people to potentially be playing the game that you're wanting to play is a good thing. That's why I'm very much pro this. And I do think, technically speaking, it is doable to make it to where you could party up. I just don't feel like that's going to happen. I feel like everybody's thinking, oh, yes, I'm going to get to play with my Xbox friends or my PlayStation friends or vice versa. And it's like, I don't think that's the way it's going to go. And to talk about Ed's point, that's kind of where this is a watershed moment for PlayStation, because they've been able to beat home this narrative that we are for the gamers. We are for the gamers. And quite frankly, this move right now does not help PlayStation at all. Like, they don't need this. This is not going to help their business model because they already have the largest pool of console players. But I'm curious to see what they're going to do with it, because are they going to stick to their narrative of we're for the gamers and we're doing what's best for the gamers? Or are they going to pull that's not good for our business model? I'm very curious to see what they do.
Well, I mean, we already know that they've opened it up to playing with PC, so it's not like they're closed to the idea.
Yeah. And that's what makes me hopeful. It's just that, kind of like I was saying with VR earlier, like, I don't think that PlayStation looks at PC as a competitor. They look at it more as like just a person, and kind of like Nintendo. Like, I don't think they feel like I compete with Nintendo. They're like, no, that's just another person in our space that helps make gaming great.
It's a sibling, basically.
Yeah, they absolutely compete with Xbox.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Nice. Give us something else, Chris.
So, do you guys remember this game, Rhyme? I think it was at the PlayStation, the E3 after the PlayStation was announced, the PlayStation 4. Do y'all remember that game?
No.
All right, well, you'll have to go and look it up. It's RIME. I'm telling you, when I saw the trailer for this game, I was like, wow, that game looks really interesting and cool. The art style was really awesome. Kind of, in a way, like an open world Zelda-ish kind of feel, similar to that. Well, it was going to be a Sony exclusive. It was an independent developer making it. And that was in 2013 that game was announced. Well, it just came out that Sony has dropped out as being the publisher. They've sold the IP back to the developer of Rhyme, and they're not going to have anything to do with it. Well, at least in an exclusive form.
Wow.
And the article on Polygon that I read didn't have any specific details. There's been a lot of chatter from, in quote, insiders on Twitter and other places that the development for Rhyme is having some issues, but it's just kind of weird because you don't usually see this where...
Yeah, they took their ball and went home. They're like, well, we're not doing this.
Exactly. That kind of stuff doesn't happen. So that's what makes the story really interesting. And on the one hand, it stinks because it sounds like they're having issues with developing their game, which I don't want that. But it's a positive in the sense that I think this game, it looked cool. And now it's going to be open, you would think, to more people. Because if they own the IP and Sony's not publishing it, it should be able to be multi-platform if and when it ever does actually come out.
Interesting.
Well, there you go.
Did it look awesome? Like, is it something that you would want to be multi-platform, or did it just kind of look okay?
I thought it looked cool, but it's one of those ones where they had the one trailer. I don't know if there's ever been any other real footage from it, and I don't really know what it is. It's kind of like No Man's Sky, where I'm totally interested. You've got my attention. I don't really know what you are, but I want to see more.
There you go.
So we'll see.
Interesting. So I thought this story was funny, especially for me and Router being dads. Street Fighter V, one of the things that people have been complaining about, I guess, is that the story mode is really easy. And what's funny is that the story mode on DC Universe Injustice, or whatever it's called, which I just finished 2 nights ago, starts really, really easy. And I was like, oh, come on. But it actually gets gradually harder. But so to prove the point that it was too easy, a YouTuber named Papa Paint got his 6-month-old to just to just smack at the controller and was able to finish Birdie's story in story mode on Street Fighter V, and that is hilarious.
That's awesome.
There's no setting for hard or easy. It's just default settings on the story, and then there's other modes that are harder, like survival mode. But the 6-month-old freaking beat Street Fighter in story mode, which I think is hilarious. It should never be able to happen. A 6-month-old should never be able to beat any video game besides slobber on the controller.
Sure you can. Hadouken.
That's right.
But I think it'd be great to be getting your children into gaming that early.
Oh,
Like,
heck yeah.
you were beating games at 6 months. You're a prodigy.
All right.
That's right.
Has anybody else seen this Nintendo NX patent filing thing?
Yeah.
I haven't.
That people came across. So it looks like it's going to have a camera on it and going to have like, a user on Neo, whatever. NeoGAF. Is that how you say it? NeoGAF?
Yeah, that's how you say it.
Came across some patent filings from Nintendo, and it looks like the person's hand will be controlling one of the screens. And so it's kind of like got this Kinect kind of thing going on. And it's just really interesting because Nintendo's so secretive. You're always just kind of wondering what they're coming up with. And to look at these patent filings, you're like, okay, what now? Because it looks like it doesn't make any sense. Ed, did you see the pictures?
I did, yeah. It looked like the schematics to Kit from Knight Rider.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like it looks like a gamepad, just like on the Wii U. But they've got all these things labeled: cameras, thumbsticks, the triggers, the surface. They got underneath labeled, and it's all just like letters and numbers. It doesn't say like what things are. And then there's like a key that kind of tells you what stuff is. But it's crazy. So there's like a hand and like an open fist, and you put your hand down and up, and things happen on the screen. And I was like, what are these guys doing, man? This looks so Japanese. It's crazy. And so they do have like RGB images and then IR images. So it looks like it's kind of got that Kinect thing where, Kinect can see you in the dark and all this stuff. So I don't know what they're up to, but it tickles my fancy even more than them just quitting on the Wii U. And I'm like, what's next for these guys? And it looks too like there's a projector on there. Like it would project an image onto your hand and stuff like that. I don't know, man. Nintendo, what are you doing, Nintendo? What are you doing?
They've been really quiet the past couple months, so it must be the calm before the storm.
Yeah, and so one of the pictures, just for an example, shows like somebody holding a controller with one hand, with a guy like a batter on the screen, and a hand being held up away from the screen and a ball being projected on the hand, right? And then the hand goes forward, the ball gets thrown, the batter hits the ball, it comes back out as a projection, and then you could catch it with your hand. I don't know, Nintendo.
Sounds like something to annoy the cat with, that's for sure.
Yeah. There you go.
They make me nervous, man. I just want them to do good, and this looks like, this looks like demo love. And what I mean by demo love is like when you're in the studio and you're writing a song and you're like, whoa, this is hot. Whoa. Everybody's nodding their head. Yeah. And then you're like, oh yeah, this is sick. Good write, guys. Good write. Hey, will you send me that MP3? Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. And then you wake up the next morning and you listen to the song and you're like, what in the world were we thinking? That song sucks.
That's awesome.
It's just a bunch of grunting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't even have words on there. And so I'm hoping that's not what's
excited.
That's hilarious.
I'm hoping that's not what. So I'm hoping that's not what's happening over at Nintendo. What else you got, Chris?
So Gabe's new game, The Division.
Uh-oh.
Ubisoft has announced that they have generated more than $330 million worldwide in its first 5 days. And that makes it not only a record for the company, but the industry overall for a new franchise during that amount of time.
Wow.
I was about
awesome.
to say, I was like, Grand Theft Auto stomped that, but that's not a new franchise.
Nope.
Yep. And I'm hearing that I'm hearing slowly, everybody it seemed like was like, at first, and they're like, And then when I talked to the guy at the gaming store today, he was like, man, all my friends said what they didn't get out of Destiny, they're getting out of The Division.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
there
like,
you go.
I'll take it.
Yep.
Speaking of which, that 330 million just eked past Destiny. They had in that same time frame, they did 325. So they've passed Destiny in that regard.
That's incredible.
Wow. Good for them.
So all that to say, Remy and Amaro will be raising themselves.
Yep.
for the next year.
They are on their own, raised by wolves.
And the whole reason I didn't say, and Remy's still here at the beginning of this thing, is because he's not.
Oh,
I'm in Salt Lake City.
Good point.
He's back home.
If he was there, it'd be really weird.
I just have him sitting in a corner. He's crying.
Well, he's 3 minutes away from me, so he technically on my turf, he's still here.
Yeah, he's still here.
See, he's over in the corner playing Street Fighter, beating the birdie king.
Exactly.
I'm like, good boy. You're doing great. Keep it up. Like father, like son.
That's right.
Oh, my gosh. Anything else, Doc? That's pressing?
Not pressing, but impressive.
Let's hear it.
The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt has shipped 10 million copies.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
And it's all you, buddy.
That puts the entire Witcher series at 20 million copies sold.
Good for them.
That puts the whole Witcher series?
CD Projekt Red.
Witcher 1, 2, and 3 as a whole at 20 million sold.
Good for
nice.
them.
Them and Xbox One crossed that same line at the same time. Xbox One is Microsoft is announcing that they've sold 20 million consoles. So good for them.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's still not. I mean, they're still. Well, no. I was going to say they're still not PlayStation. I mean, they're getting a lot closer though, because you have to remember at one time it was 2-1. It's still close to 2-1 because I think PlayStation is up in like the 37 million area.
Yeah. Their last official numbers that they announced were 36, and that was a couple months. So you'd think there's at least a million or so more, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe?
And so it's almost 2-1, not quite, but they're closing the gap slowly but surely. So that's good.
I just feel bad for Microsoft because I feel like every time something comes up where it's, we're going to do, you'll be able to play with people on Windows and other, and then, Sony steps up and is like, sit down, here's the PSVR.
Yeah, very true.
I'm like, oh man.
Look, man, honestly, competition will bring out the best in either company. So keep it up because the gamers benefit because we'll be seeing great stuff. So exactly. I'm all for it.
I agree. Exactly. The competition is great and gamers benefit, assuming Microsoft doesn't get out of the console game.
They won't.
I don't think they will.
I don't know.
No, I don't. Come on,
I think Chris was just attacked by a cat.
I know.
I was. Get out of here, cat.
They got. They got 20 million into this. 20 million units sold already. So I don't think they're going away. I don't think it's going away anytime soon.
I definitely don't think anytime soon. I hope they don't. I like competition. Two brothers pushing each other and making each other better is better for everybody.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I like it. Ed, what is going on over at the YouTube channel?
Hey, have I mentioned Agatha Christie, the ABC murders?
Yes, you have.
That's a horrible game. So
I like the French guy.
And there's the review.
You can watch it if you want, but I enjoyed saying Hercule Poirot over and over again. That was fun.
Well done.
But and Sarah informed me that this weekend we will be continuing our Lego Marvel's Avengers adventures. Nice. So that will be going up soon.
Good
but
deal.
yeah, we had some really cool movement over on the channel. It was cool to see. We have Rise the Tomb Raider as it pops up there quite a bit, Lego Dimensions. But this past week, This War of Mine popped up in there, which was cool to see. People still watching Chris's Metal Gear Solid 5 stream. And
it's just because of the sexy quiet moments that are on that scene.
That was hilarious. Your reaction to that fight scene, Chris, was well worth the price of admission. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, put the kids in the other room and then go watch that video because that is hilarious.
That's funny.
So yeah, it's been really cool. And then I think because it's been free over on Xbox Gold, Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishment's been popping up there quite a bit this past week. Interesting.
People have been trying to figure out some of them puzzles, huh?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that? I heard good things about that game.
I did. It was fun. I didn't know what to expect, and so it was. I'm a sucker for anything Sherlock Holmes, so I was all on board, and I enjoyed it. I'll play the new one when it comes out. I think within the next month or so.
Nice.
So yeah, it's been going well over there. Looking forward to the Quantum Break in less than a month.
Oh, yes, now.
Wow, less than a month already. Wow.
No.
Yeah, March 29th, the next episode of Michonne will also be releasing.
Oh,
that's
sweet.
Right. Yeah.
I got to jump on that, too. Gosh, there's so many games to play.
I know.
And not enough 5:30 a.m.s to play them.
No.
I know, right?
So, Chris, you all out?
Yeah, I'm out.
I got one thing, and it's kind of a Debbie Downer,
Whoa.
but it's worth mentioning. So the Pokemon creative designer director Eric Medell passed away this Sunday after a tree fell on his car
What?
during a storm in Seattle. He was 42. He was taking his daughter for a drive near a park when high winds caused a Douglas fir to come crashing down
That was
on his
the day
SUV.
before we got there. That was the day before we got there, the high winds.
That's why I'm mentioning
oh my
it.
gosh.
I didn't know if the King 5 News or any of the Seattle news channels mentioned it. He was pronounced dead at the scene, and his toddler only suffered minor injuries.
Oh,
so,
gosh.
thoughts and prayers to the Medall family. That is horrible.
Yeah.
And, man,
Gosh.
Glad
so
the baby
he was
made it out, though.
yeah. So he was a Pokemon creative design director. So
Wow.
definitely
That's
rest in peace
crazy.
there, man. That is horrible and tragic.
Yeah.
All right.
Dang it.
I'm sorry. I totally brought
Well,
that podcast
thanks for that.
down a level, but it had to be said. We need to remember him because
Yeah, man.
Definitely worth
it's
mentioning.
freaking Pokemon, man. You can't deny that.
Exactly. Well, every week we ask you guys a question. Last week was no different. We asked you guys, what Nintendo game or character would you want to see come to mobile? Starting over on the forums, we got Tigsta said, I will probably get run out of town for this. GoldenEye. The
Nice.
only game I've played on any Nintendo system. Sorry, get the torches out.
Hey, GoldenEye was a good game. Don't feel bad.
Haley Miller said none, to be honest. I feel like Nintendo characters could become watered down if they go to mobile. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Jared Orr said, I've said it before, but I think Pokemon would be perfect for mobile. The controls work fine since it's mostly menu turn-based combat. Also, Pokemon is perfect kind of game to pull out and play for 5 to 10 minutes. That makes sense to me. Over on Facebook, we got one. Kristen Joy said, I would love a Legend of Zelda game. Not sure how it would port onto mobile, so I would say Aladdin or The Lion King. Not sure how well Aladdin would port, though. Man, I loved The Lion King. That was a good game. I don't remember if I played that on Genesis or on Nintendo, though. Over on Twitter, Sean Capri, an Excite Bike Endless Runner might be the only Endless Runner anyone would ever need. Amen to that. I freaking love Excite Bike. That's a great idea. VG Junkie at the VG Junkie. None. I don't care for mobile.
Nice.
There's one guy's battery that lasts all day.
Yes.
Right.
And Crystalline Green at Crystalline Green. I want to see Splatoon characters come to mobile. I think they're fresh and would fit mobile well.
Man, we
Nintendo.
gotta play that game.
Everybody says it's really good.
We have got to play that game. We got to get our Mario Kart back on too.
Seriously.
All right.
Well, you guys know where to find us. Facebook.com/married to the game, Twitter.com/MTTGcast. Come check us out at marriedtothegames.com. Come contribute at the forum. We still talking games and life over there, of course. And the YouTube channel, we are chipping away. I'm hoping I finally got my rocket back, so I'm hoping to get some Hitman going. I was going to do it the other day in the hotel, but for some reason, the HDMI port on the hotel television didn't work right. And so I could play a game for 10 minutes and then it'd go black.
Oh,
and then
weird.
I have to unplug it and plug it back in, play for 10 more minutes, it would go black. And I was like, I can't do this. I was getting so frustrated. And so I didn't get any Hitman in the way I wanted to, but it's hard to do it out here on the road. But
that actually
hopefully
might
I'll
be a
get
really
some-
cool way to record it. Just like, I can't see, I'm just going to make guesses.
Exactly. And so, Ed?
Yeah. Rate us on iTunes so you can do a 360 in your VR.
Oh,
Nice.
Now that's
There you
somebody
go.
paying attention. I
look
love
at
it.
that guy on his toes. I knew I could throw it to Ed because, all that improv.
Improv, baby,
There you go.
improv.
You other two
Finally,
jokers
I
better
paid
watch
off.
your back. You better watch your back. It's coming to you soon. All right, Router. let's get into some questions.
All right, we're going to start with some Facebook.
That hurt.
No, I bet. I can't wait for the ending. That's going to be fun. So Facebook, Zach Ald, what are your guys' thoughts on VR? How do you feel about the spread on pricing? PlayStation $399, Oculus $599, Vive $799. We already kind of touched based on it, but I think we all get it. Chris, it's all you, and the rest of us are all like,
take it away, McCracken.
Okay. Take it away, Chris.
I'm all in. I'm not buying it on PC. I don't even own a PC, but I'm all in for PlayStation VR.
Yep.
There you go.
You know what? I do like your perspective that the Oculus and the Vive are going to be more of your premiums, and I think you're right. I think PlayStation's going after the general consumer. Hey, this is an introduction to VR to the general consumer. If you like this, there are other options available at a higher price. And I think that's a great perspective. So you nailed that one.
And I think the thing we have to remember, too, is that PC is always ahead. And so they're always going to be better. And it's always going to be more expensive. That's just the way it goes. And so I think them coming in at $399, number one, I don't know if it's the perfect price point, but I think it's really, really good. And I think they're going to fly off the shelves at first, especially before anybody discovers that it sucks. And then
this looks like the Lawnmower Man.
I'm just kidding. And then, but I think that, like, you know, for the Vive and the Oculus, I mean, you know, being over on PC, that makes complete sense. Their price point, it's a little high, but that's the price of PC gaming. You know what I mean?
And you know, if PlayStation VR takes off, because it doesn't suck, I don't know. But I'm just saying, if it doesn't and it takes off, it's only going to help sell more Oculus Rifts and Vives, because people are going to eventually want to upgrade and go to the higher stuff. That's just the way that it goes. So
exactly.
Hey, so that's great. Again, healthy competition and everybody benefits. So it'll be awesome.
And Zach's a PC guy. So Zach, it was great to meet you. Thanks for lunch and gaming. It's fun.
That's awesome. Moving on, Stephen Kwame. Is there anything that you guys thought you would never do or be interested in when you were young that you do now?
Wait, what? Something you thought you would do that you don't do now?
Something that you thought you would never do or be interested in when you were younger that you actually do now.
Oh, gotcha.
So if you weren't interested in it when you were young, but now you are.
I was not interested in country music when I was young. Now I can tap my toe to it.
Woohoo! Well done.
Wow. Do I have to like it now, or I just do it now?
It doesn't matter.
I would say
cleaning my room.
Nice. How practical of you, Ed. How practical.
I love that.
Everything else is pretty much the same. Muppets, yeah, that's still a thing.
Yep. That's amazing. Man, I don't know, to be honest. Maybe it's video games, because I never owned a console when I was young, and now I am, and I'm a 41-year-old man-child. So
yeah,
and a good-looking one at that.
Yeah,
exactly. It'd be singing for me. When I was young, I never wanted to sing. I was always like real weird about my voice, because it's not your average, just like flows over you like a nice winter breeze. It's not like that kind of voice. It's a little rougher and got a lot of like to it. And so I never wanted to sing growing up, and I never I was never in musicals or anything like that. I did a lot of acting and I was in plays, but I didn't do a lot of singing growing up. And so the fact that I'm a singer is hilarious.
That's awesome. I love it.
Good question.
Great question, Stephen. Thank you. Seth Roy, now that there are 4 of you, you can officially start a wrestling stable, a la NWO or DX. What is your stable name? Who is your leader? Which pairing is your tag team? And who is the hype man?
What in the world?
Gosh, that's a lot.
I don't understand this question at all.
That is a wrestling fanatic right there. So I guess a wrestling stable's kind of like a crew.
Right. Okay.
So what would
like
our crew
NWO,
name be?
the New World Order. So we'd be the.
We would.
You know.
Where is Jace Plays Games to explain this to us when we need him? Oh my gosh.
We would be. So our stable name would be Headless Voltron.
There you go. I'm good with
Headless
that.
Voltron.
I'm the Blue Tiger.
Okay, and then
I'm the red one.
Our hype man is clearly Gabe.
Yes, gotta
I have to be.
Nice.
I do
Our
it for a
leader.
living.
Our leader will be
Ed. It's gotta be Ed.
I just want to make the cardboard signs for the audience to hold.
There you go. and then the pairing of tag teams. So it's got to be Chubby Ninja and
Tiger Claw.
Yeah. Okay. So Gabe, you and I are tag team.
The
and
old
Chris
guys and the new guys.
Old v new. I love it. Okay, there it is. Done.
Wait, so I don't have a role, or does that mean I'm the hype man?
No.
Oh, that's right.
Well, yeah, he did forget one person.
Well, he only named 3 roles.
Yeah, he named 3 roles out of 4. So
I'll be the one in the thong holding up the sign that says round 2.
Please.
I'll be the one vomiting.
Yeah, I have that visual in my head, and I can't get it out. Thank you.
It's cool because I'll be the one vomiting too. Round 2.
Happy day to me.
I'm gonna be the guy carrying the black bar around over your crotch. Like, nobody look here.
No, it'll be a green clover. St. Patrick's Day. Come on.
That's right.
Oh yeah. Sorry, that's right. Golly.
Speaking of which, on Twitter, at Arctic Warlocks, it's St. Paddy's Day. I've seen Brett fans sporting green shirts all week. Do you make an effort to wear green on this day? I think he wears green every day at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, but I have this week. I wore a lot of green.
Yep.
I usually do on Thanksgiving, St. Patrick's Day.
You wear green on Thanksgiving. That's good.
Every holiday is a green day for me.
There you
go. My pants on stage are green, so I'm in my green pants right now. I'm still in my stage clothes.
Yeah, that's got to be a hot, sweaty mess right now.
Yeah, exactly. I smell amazing.
That's great. The ode to Gabe.
Yeah. We're going to have to burn that chair.
You mean odor to Gabe?
Odor to Gabe. Yeah, I mean, I'll sport a little green on St. Paddy's Day.
There you go.
Of course.
I'll support you. I've got a little bit of Irish in me. Okay, moving on. At Dev A. Tyus, with the PSVR announcement, other than Chris, is anyone else remotely interested? We already answered that.
I'm interested in borrowing Chris's and using it in
Texas. When I bring it to episode 200 and you all try it and love
That's
it,
the thing.
except for
Chris,
Gabe because he's already done it.
I'll be interested to know what you think of it, Chris. That's more important.
Yeah, I'm very interested to know what I'll think about it too.
Nice.
Very interested to see if he blew $400 or not.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see if a week and a half or a month and a half later if it's on eBay or not.
You can always garage sale it to your family.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
You do have a posse, so that's good. At N3 Raider, any chance of an MTTG barbershop quartet? And 1, and a 2, and a boom, 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 boom.
Mr. Video Game.
Send me some coins.
Oh my God, we're going all over the place.
Oh gosh,
awesome.
So there it is. There's your barbershop quartet. Enjoy.
Only 3 of us sang, though.
But I enjoyed it.
That was the Supercuts barbershop quartet.
Oh, that was amazing. Okay, here we go. At Jamin Bissett, in honor of a full 4-person party, what are your favorite 4-player couch co-op games? Oh man, for me it's got to be Mario Kart.
Mario Kart for me as well, all the way.
That is so much fun.
I got to go back to GoldenEye. I mean, when that thing came out and we started playing it, it was just like there was nothing like that. Like, you know what? Oh shoot. Is either GoldenEye or Power Stone? Probably Power Stone.
Those were 4-player couch co-ops?
Yeah, Power Stone was the second one.
Wow.
Yeah,
yeah.
It was crazy.
I'll say GoldenEye. With a close runner-up would be Mario Kart because I don't think I've played a 4-player co-op game, at least couch co-op, since those days.
Yeah.
So, have you not played like Mario Party?
I don't have any Nintendo product.
Oh.
Wah, wah.
Those are good games too. My wife hates them for some reason, but I love them.
Nice.
But I'll definitely get down on some Power Stone too. I think it was the second one. I don't think the first one had 4 people. The second one had 4 people.
What is the premise of Power Stone?
It's just a fighting game.
Oh, okay.
But it was like super
cool.
colorful, and it was just like I don't remember there being 4 people on the screen fighting like that. You could pick up stuff and throw it, and it was just really good for the Dreamcast.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
At Takana Rosen, I've just recently gotten into building Gundam models. Do you guys have any other hobbies outside of games? Anybody know what a Gundam model is?
Yeah, it's like the big machines.
Yeah.
It's the what?
It's like the big machines, like it's an anime cartoon. Gundam.
Oh yeah,
Gundam
yeah.
Wings.
Okay, duh. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
That threw me for a
It
loop
was
for a second.
A couple video games back in the day.
Other hobbies outside of games, gentlemen.
Chris?
I do a lot of photography. I actually haven't been doing it lately. It's been a while since I did any photography for fun, but I do a lot of photography overall in general.
Nice. Edward?
I'm definitely into a big fan of stand-up comedy. I like to doodle every once in a while, and big.
Ed's actually done stand-up comedy. Like, he's not just into it; he's actually done it somewhere.
See, that's awesome.
That's crazy.
That would scare the crap out of me.
Me too.
And his doodles are good.
Yeah, your doodles are great, man.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, and I've become a bit of a coffee snob over the last couple of years. So
Yeah, you have. Just look at his Instagram, man. Every other day, it's a coffee mug of some sort.
Router, what do you think?
Man, I just love hanging with my fam and watching movies and Netflix and all that fun stuff.
Netflix and chill.
Netflix and chill.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Hi-oh.
Heyo. I mean, we got children. We know
That's
how this
right.
thing works.
We know how this goes.
Yeah, exactly.
Netflix and children.
Netflix and children.
That's definitely what it is now. Yeah.
Yes.
For McCracken and Placencia, it's still Netflix and chill.
Yeah, for us, it's
Me and
Netflix and
Router.
children.
Yeah, friggin'
Love it.
Netflix and children. For me, I think it's got to be. I think movies. I love going to the movies.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
I don't
fun.
know if that's considered a hobby, but I really enjoy going to the movies. I went and saw 10 Cloverfield Lane this last week.
Oh, how was it?
Oh, nice.
I liked it.
Good.
I
Good,
wish
that's
we
good
could
to hear.
talk about it. I liked it.
I saw Zootopia. It was awesome.
I heard that
Piper-
was good.
Piper loved it. Take the kiddos. They'll love it.
There you go.
So real quick, Gabe, are you saying you just like the act of seeing new movies? Or are you saying specifically you like going to a theater to experience a
I
movie?
love going to a theater and experiencing the movie with
And
other
man,
people.
I do love the midnight showings too.
Oh
on
my
opening
gosh, I
day.
love
those. Are
those.
so much fun.
Like, I love like doing the popcorn. McCracken, you hate that, right?
Hate it.
Yeah, McCracken hates going to the movies.
I did not
I'll
know
do
that.
it.
You
I'll
hate
do
movies? You hate going to movies?
I like movies, but I don't want to go to a theater. I want to sit
okay.
at home.
Mm.
Okay.
It's coming. It's coming. The digital future is going to be
Yes.
here. I'll be able to sit in my house, rent a movie, and
Yes, you
watch
will.
it, and get my snack and all that stuff, and it's going to be awesome.
Yep.
No, you'll be dead inside.
No, I will. No, I will say I do go see movies. Like, there are movies that are so important or are so important to me that I will go to the theater. I saw Star Wars 3 times in the theaters, so I will go.
And you didn't
to a
enjoy that?
theater. No, I mean I didn't.
Huh?
Okay,
Huh?
let me
Huh?
put it this way.
Huh?
A large screen, like a 3-story screen or whatever, does not enhance my experience. I only went there because I really wanted to see the movie.
Oh, I
would've
hate
paid
watching stuff in
$30 to
3D.
just watch it at my house. Easy.
Yeah,
I would have paid that.
I do not like 3D movies at all.
No, I don't do.
and I hate 3D.
I don't do
But-
3D at all. That
I
think
love
that's one.
going and just being there with everyone and like the excitement that's around new movies. Oh,
Dude,
God.
Yeah,
There's-
that's fun. That's fun.
There was nothing better than going to see Star Wars Force Awakens opening day. Like the excitement in that movie theater, like I was giddy as a schoolgirl. It was incredible.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was
It was
so
awesome.
cool. I totally get that, Gabe.
And when you get a room full of people that are all just hysterically laughing together, I love that vibe.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's
So
a real
good.
good one. Chris, you're dead inside.
Sorry, missing out, Chris.
What's wrong? What's wrong
I'll
with
do
you?
it if I
I'm
really want to
kidding,
see
dude.
the
I'm
movie.
totally kidding.
I know, but I'm just saying. I definitely will still go to a movie. But
I know.
man, when I can rent it and just watch it at my house day and date, that's going to be amazing.
I think
Yeah.
for 200, we should torture Chris and just go to the movies with him.
I want to see Zootopia.
Yeah, dude, it's so good. I loved it.
What was GDC happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we
Are
already
you
talk
just
about
now
that?
finding that out?
No, I'm just wondering why we didn't talk about it.
Well, that's where all the PSVR announcements and all that stuff happened. I guess I just didn't mention that it was at GDZ.
And I saw some awards going on. Shoot.
Yeah,
We'll cover it next
there
week.
was some
Yeah.
award stuff trickling in, but I didn't have enough
Yeah.
stories about it.
Yeah, The Witcher won Game of the Year.
Oh, hey,
Sweet.
look at that.
Nominated
Ed.
alongside of it was Rocket League.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
Wow.
like it. Sorry. Side note.
No, you're totally good. How are we on time, Gabe? Because I know you got to pack up pretty soon. You all right?
Yep, keep doing some questions.
All right, we got 2 more questions. At Scotty Lindsay, Gabe, with you being so into music, have you ever looked into having game music composers as a guest? That would be interesting. We did have production. Hall did interview the
sound guy.
Yeah, the sound guy for for who was it?
The Last of Us, wasn't it?
Yeah, Last of Us.
Yeah.
So we had that, but yeah, that would be pretty cool.
You know what's funny? I've never thought about I did actually think about reaching out to a guy once. I didn't know the actual composer, but it was a guy over at Sony that I met in line while I was headed to E3. But there has been a couple times that we've thought about trying to do that. And that was fun just talking about that. We never did it, but me and Matt Maher talked for a while about
talking about it, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was like fun
Remember that
dreaming
time
about
that we talked about it and did nothing about it?
Dude, what would it be like to score a game? That would be freaking sick.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And then we were like, anyway, want to get some dinner?
I will say it's pretty cool with Nashville being such the music city that it is. Like, we're seeing more and more video game scores being recorded here now because of all the studio sessions. What didn't we actually did a news article on this a couple months ago, Gabe, on that?
Yeah, I don't remember which game it was, but yeah, somebody came to Nashville and
I thought it was Call of Duty, but I could be wrong.
I
thought it was an Activision game of some sort. But yeah, I mean, I think more people are coming here to do.
No, it was an EA game, wasn't it?
It was an EA game. Shoot, which one was it?
I don't remember.
Whatever.
One that's not out yet?
No, one that's out. No. I think.
It was a while back, but when we
okay, I got you.
So we're seeing, like, in Nashville, we're seeing like a lot of people are starting to come here for music and scores and all that stuff. So I think that would be really cool if we can try and get the hookup.
Mm-hmm.
Final question of the night at Oriba. Have you guys tried KFC's Nashville hot chicken? If so, is it authentic? Figured I'd ask you guys since you're near Nashville. Well, at least 2 of us are.
Yeah.
I think it's adorable. They think anything from KFC would be authentic.
That is adorable, actually. Man, I will say, we got some good hot chicken places.
We have great hot chicken.
I was at one this past weekend, and it was fantastic.
And it's hot.
It is hot, and it's crunchy, and it's delicious.
But I've never had the KFC one, so I can't compare it. But I would imagine it doesn't taste anything like it.
I agree. But I will go in for some mashed potatoes, though.
It often doesn't come breaded, like, with that crispy thing that KFC's got going on. I know, but the Nashville hot chicken doesn't really have that.
No,
that's the first thing that's wrong about it.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
but you can probably get it in a bowl.
That's true, with mashed taters. I'll take it. Love me some hot chicken, man. Oh, that sounds good right now at 1 o'clock in the morning. That'll light a fire under you.
Exactly.
As I'm doing my taxes, that'll be great.
Oh,
no
gosh.
Heartburn.
Yeah.
No heartburn at all. That's it, everybody. Thank you so much for the questions. And we appreciate it, as always.
We appreciate it, for sure. And the question for you guys is, what sequel do you feel like should never have been made? What gaming sequel do you feel like should never have been made? Any of you guys have one? Ed?
Gaming sequel that shouldn't have been made. I'm relatively new enough that I feel like I've only played the good sequels. Like, I only played BioShock Infinite.
Yeah.
And I started with Far Cry 3. So I don't know. You know what? Maybe there's got to be a Mario game out there that shouldn't have been made, right? I don't know. Was it like
not to a Nintendo purist?
Was there like a
head off for saying that?
Yeah, that would have been mine, honestly. Like, if I say like one sequel that shouldn't have been made, I didn't love Mario 2. Like, and I've said it before on the podcast. Like, I feel like Mario 2 was like the Temple of Doom of video games. Like, it was just like a little weird and a little like, and like I just didn't. It, like, to me nowadays, I'd want to be like, that should have been DLC. But obviously back in the day, it was just like a weird thing where you could be the princess or be Luigi, but Luigi was really hard to control with his jump. And, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like if they would have skipped that one, because I thought 3 was masterful, 1 was amazing. Super Mario World is one of the best games on the planet ever. And 2 is just kind of like, definitely sticks out there like, did somebody's dog die or something like that? And that they put this game together?
That's awesome.
So I was going through a crazy divorce.
Yeah.
And so that's what it feels like to me.
You know what? If they don't fix stuff, I'm going to change my answer to the new Hitman.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What was
Boom
wrong with
shakalaka.
it? Oh, but besides the saving, I see.
Yeah, the fact that you have to be online to play the single player campaign is just not a good time.
That is so weird because that did not happen to me at all.
Yeah,
That
it was
crazy.
really, and maybe it was, it was the first night, and everyone has server problems the first night. But at the same time, why do you need to be connected to the server to play a Hitman game?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense for sure. McCracken, you got one?
I can't think of a sequel that shouldn't have been made off the top of my head, so I'm going to say one in the future that may come. I don't think there needs to be a Last of Us 2, at least not that has Joel and Ellie in it. If there's a Last of Us 2, it needs to be a totally new story, not a new setting, but new people, new protagonists. I
can see that.
I don't want to see Joel and Ellie again.
Same universe, different people.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's going to be. I'm sure there's going to be a Last of Us 2. I'm kind of in agreement with you, but at the same time, I love those characters so much though that I want to see what happens next. So, and I will play it regardless. But yeah, that would probably would probably be a nice twist.
You could play a goat, and I'd play Last of Us 2.
Seriously, exactly. So,
what do you think, Router? Router, you got a sequel you feel like shouldn't have been made?
Man, I don't, just because I'm so new to this, and all of the 2s that I've played, I've enjoyed. I played Dead Space 2, loved it, and went back and did the whole series.
You'd have to stretch out and say Assassin's Creed 3, right?
Oh yeah, I could stretch it one and say Assassin's Creed 3. I've heard that Assassin's Creed 2 was better than the first one too. So in that case, that improved the franchise, but 3 kind of dropped it back a little bit. But I'm fine. It's cool. Whatever. Somebody's gonna play it.
Did you play the second BioShock?
No, I have not. I have not played that.
Did you play the first one?
No, I've only played Infinite, but I want to go back and play those, and I know that you didn't like them very much. I know that
I didn't. Personally.
Borderlands 2 might be one for you because you played it. You played it, but you kind of played it grudgingly.
Though. I think it should have been made. I didn't think it was bad.
No,
I just didn't like it that much. I don't know about fantastic.
Yeah.
He's stretching it.
You have your little Final Fantasies. I've got my Borderlands 2.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't. There's got to be one of the Final Fantasies that you absolutely hated. I mean, it had
I didn't play that many of them. I played 7, 9. I played 7, a part of 8, 9, 10.
What about 13 or 13-2? I hear those are horrible.
13-2 definitely shouldn't have been made, probably. 10-2 probably shouldn't have been made either. If I keep it completely real.
Could have just ended at 7, in my opinion. But that's just me. I don't get those games. I'm sorry. I just don't.
Of course.
I'm gonna get such hate mail for that, but I just don't get them.
Well, we'll see if you like it when you play the remake.
Well, I know. I have to play the remake.
It'll be amazing.
I am under oath to play the remake.
If they were taking pre-orders right now and it was $150, I'd be pre-ordering it. That's how excited I am for that.
That's how excited you are. If I'm going to play this, Gabe, I have to have you by my side, though. Because you're going to have to explain everything to me.
Well, hopefully they tell the story well. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
hopefully
that's true.
They don't have to do that. If they were like, we need your third born, I'd be like, oh, man.
Oh, crap.
Babe, we have to get pregnant.
I will say
they need our third born so I can play Final Fantasy VII
that
Remake.
game and freaking love that game, I will eat crow for the rest of my life. Absolutely. I will eat all those words and everything, any bad thing I've ever said. I'm kind of hoping for that actually, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. All right. Let us know what gaming sequel you guys think shouldn't have been made. Use hashtag answer MTTG. We appreciate it. Woo! The fearsome foursome, the headless Voltron.
Headless Voltron is here.
We did it. I can't believe it.
No, we didn't make that noise because we don't have a head.
No, we don't have a head.
No, but you still can with the arms. Remember, whenever they shut it out
that's
the arms,
right.
It still roared.
That's true.
There you go.
Come on, people.
Roar out of our toes. I like it.
Roar.
I am Gabe Patillo. That is Tim Router. That is Chris McCracken. And that is Ed Placencia. And we are married to the games. And we are up out this thing. Oh, Lord, be with me.
This is gonna hurt.
Nice.
Nice.